welcome to episode 3 of Whack It Wednesday. Today we are going to look at your launch angle. Now we've done a really basic drill to be able to practice your ball striking. We've also had a look at the quality of your contact and how important that is. We're now going to look at the trajectory you need to be able to hit the ball, to be able to get it into the areas we want. Now there's been a large amount of power hitting research done at Loughborough University, and they've came out from the scientific perspective, the best launch angle would be 42 degrees. But what they've seen is the best players within the current white ball game are launching the ball at 38 degrees from their ball contact. So what we're going to do is we're going to put up a bit of a guide for someone to be able to have a little look at in the net. So if you want to come on down, we'll set this up. So most people will bat in and around the edge of the crease here. So what we don't want to do is put it too far back to create that angle. So we want to be able to go a little bit further out. So someone will be striking the ball somewhere around here. Now, 45 degrees, if we take the corner of this frame here, this is more than likely going to be 90 degrees. So we're looking at kind of like a diagonal line up there. Where the batter in question we're going to have a go at today is right-handed. I'm going to put it on this side. So what you'll be able to see here, I'm going to take my piece of string, undo it here, and then I'm going to tie it round the bottom here. And then what I'm going to do with this piece of string is I'm going to put this out at 45 degrees. Now, it's not going to be perfectly accurate. If you've got a protractor, feel free to bring that out and put that out, because then you can put it out perfectly at 38 degrees. What we know is if we get this somewhere near kind of our 45 degree mark and we're looking to aim under that when we hit, then we're giving ourselves the best chance instantly. Now that 38 degree launch angle may mean many different things to lots of different people. So if you think of some of the senior players that may play the game, they're looking at being able to whack it out the park on that launch angle for 6. But you think about some juniors, for example, someone who's under 10, 11, 12, they're not necessarily using that launch angle to whack it out the park for 6. They're using that launch angle to get it over the infield, to force a fielder back. So power hitting at different ages can manifest itself in different strategies to be able to make sure that we can give ourselves a chance of scoring some runs. So you'll be able to see here, what I've done is a ballpark of kind of our launch angle in terms of our string line. What we're looking to do is to kind of try and get somewhere near following that line when we have a go. So let's have a go at that now. When having a go at this, although we are mainly looking at our outcome by using that string line to assess what sort of trajectory we're hitting the ball on, you'll still be able to see some of the technical things that we kind of looked at last week with episode 2 in the fungo drill. So you're still looking for ideally that back shoulder and your back knee to be in line. You're looking for your hands to come through after your hips have rotated, and then with the right length of ball you're also looking for your front leg to be straight as well. What you'll also see here that Kieran does really well is that when the ball's a little bit fuller, he bends that front leg to allow himself to lower his body to still be able to use his back hip in line with his back shoulder and his hands coming through the ball to strike it cleanly straight as well. What you'll also see is that string line, although it's a great guider for hitting the ball straight, what you can also do if you have enough time is you can create a band around the whole net in what that trajectory would look like into the different parts of netting from where he's hitting from currently. So it's a little bit limited in the way that it's set up in the moment, and that it is literally just to hit straight, but you can set up like a band of what would be acceptable in terms of that launch angle depending upon how much time you've got to set up. If you're on your own and you're not able to do this with someone feeding to you, you can do this as part of doing the fungo drill as shown here, like we did last week. You just chuck the ball up and then you look to hit the ball along that launch angle. If you feel comfortable doing that as well, you could then use another ball where you could chuck it up and have a go off a bounce. So maybe using a tennis ball where you're going to get a little bit more of an exaggerated bounce for it to come up high enough for you to be able to swing into for your launch angles. So there we go, guys. That is the end of this week's episode. Some really good stuff around how you can have a look at your outcomes to make sure that not only are we looking to move in the right way through the use of some of the techniques that we looked at the fungo drill last week, but also making sure the trajectory we're hitting it is the one that's going to give us the most chance of success. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and give us a like on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm sure I'll see you around soon.